A year ago, I went on my first Camino, and the funny thing is, before this trip, I had never even heard of the Camino de Santiago. I was actually planning to visit my friend in Provence, France. But before Provence, he was going to spend a week walking the Camino, and he asked me if I wanted to join him. At first, I wasn't even sure I wanted to walk. I thought maybe I could rent a car, drive around, explore, lounge by the beach while he was walking. But then I started watching videos about the Camino, and something changed. I thought this is actually a pretty incredible experience, almost like a bucket list kind of thing. And if I have this opportunity, why not try? So, pretty spontaneously, I bought my ticket. I had almost no time to prepare. We met in Porto, spent a little time exploring the city, and then we started walking. My friend had planned everything. He knew our route, booked the albergues, and had an app to make sure we didn't get lost. And me, I just followed along. Had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into. On our first day, we started late and ended up walking almost 30 kilometers for almost 10 hours. And the first 4 days were pretty brutal. We were walking 9 or 10 hours a day, and my body was definitely not prepared for it. But at the same time, something magical was happening. Every day was completely different. One moment we were walking by the ocean, then through the forest, through tiny villages, up hills, along streams, and all day long there were these little moments. People we had never met cheering us on, pilgrims from all over the world walking beside us for a while, someone you met one day suddenly appearing again at a little cafe the next day. You just keep walking, and the world keeps unfolding in front of you. I had never traveled this way before on foot, carrying everything I needed on my back. And somehow the simplest things started to feel incredible. Taking off your heavy backpack after walking for hours, taking off your shoes and putting your tired feet into cold water, stopping for coffee, sitting down for lunch, sharing dinner with other pilgrims at an albergue. Everything felt heightened. It was almost like a string of little magical moments, and I realized that when you walk in the Camino, you're just there. You're not thinking about everything else in your life. You're paying attention to where you're going, what are you seeing, how your body feels. You're completely in the present. One day we crossed from Portugal into Spain on a little boat. The crossing took maybe 10 minutes, and that day our walk was unusually short. We could not believe it. We had so much time. So we spent the rest of the day exploring the little town, relaxing by the beach, eating Spanish food, and maybe drinking a little too much wine, which made getting up to walk again the next morning slightly more difficult. There were mornings when I woke up and I thought, I can't do this today. My body was exhausted. I would think maybe I should just take a taxi, but then I would think about all those little moments I might miss. What if something magical was waiting around the next corner? So I would put on my backpack and start walking, and somehow the energy would come. For 7 days, we just kept walking. And then, almost as soon as we finished, my body completely gave up. I got sick. I was exhausted in a way I had never experienced before. Somehow, I made it to Provence, where I finally had a chance to rest, decompress, and exhale. But even with all the exhaustion, something about the Camino stayed with me. The people, the landscapes, the communal dinners, the simplicity, the feeling of waking up every morning knowing that your only job that day was to walk and to see what the day would bring. It was one of the most unexpected and unique experiences of my life. And now, a year later, I'm going back, but this time I'm doing it differently. For the first time, I followed someone else's plan and someone else's pace. This time, I'm building my own Camino. I'm choosing my pace. And over the next 2 months, I'm going to share how I'm preparing, how I'm training, what I'm bringing with me, and I'll take you along on a journey. So Camino number 2 begins